All right, y'all. So we actually had almost 48 hours to sit and process the return of AJ Lee. Now, if you guys didn't see my video on TikTok or YouTube Shorts, I marked out, bro, and I lost my voice. I could not speak after that AJ Lee return because I was marking out, bro. I wanted to make a video right after, but I didn't have the voice to do so. But I wanted to talk about what you guys see in the thumbnail because a lot of people have been sparking up this topic. And I wanted to get you guys' take on how you feel about people saying that AJ Lee's return was the greatest women's return of all time. Now, I'm not sure if you guys are not familiar with AJ Lee because I see a lot of fans aren't familiar with AJ Lee because either they just started watching her product back in after she left, because she left in 2015. But a lot of people just aren't familiar with her work and they're not familiar with her time in the WWE. But AJ Lee is one of the most inspirational wrestlers of all time in the business. With her short tenure, she sparked a lot of inspiration. During her early run, she was in a lot of love storylines. She was in a Divas Championship title picture a lot. And she sparked a lot of inspiration from people like Roxanne Perez and Liv Morgan, superstars like that, you know what I mean? So this question is very subjective. I want to start by saying this question is very subjective. It can go either way. Either you think so, either you not. Now, this is involving Lita return, Trish Stratus return, Mickie James return, all the women. So, do you guys think that AJ Lee's return was the greatest women's return of all time? Now, I'm going to give my opinion on this. My opinion on this, do I believe her return was the greatest of all time? I'm going to say yes. And I say yes because with the star power that AJ has and the influence that she had over the women's division, she was the reason that the women's revolution was sparked around 2016. Because when she hashtag Give Divas a Chance, that went viral. That went everywhere. And when she hashtagged that, she was on her way out of the company. So she didn't get a chance to partake in the revolution that she helped start. You know, the whole revolution that the commentators say that Nikki Bella and Brie Bella started? No, it was definitely AJ Lee. She sparked that revolution, bro. She started the whole women's revolution to where we don't have a Divas title anymore. Women actually have Royal Rumbles. Women actually have tag team titles, mid-card titles now. So that trailblazed the entire journey of how women's wrestling is today. AJ Lee sparked all of that, bro. So when you tell me that AJ Lee's returning and the reaction that she got and the anticipation that was leading up to this, the reactions, it sells itself, bro. Now, I see people saying that Alexa Bliss's return was very massive at the Royal Rumble, but we got to think that was the Royal Rumble. And of course, it was going to get a huge reaction. And that's not to take away from Alexa Bliss's re-debut at all. Her return was epic. But if you give me AJ Lee returning after a 10-year time off, bro, that by miles knocks out the Alexa Bliss return. In my eyes, it knocks out the Alexa Bliss return. So AJ Lee, to me, is indeed the greatest women's return of all time. The fact that her husband, CM Punk, looked proud as he did during the return, the crowd reaction, the nonstop cheering, bro. The crowd reaction didn't get any lower. They wanted her back for this long. Now, the fact that it kind of got leaked, kind of spoiled some of it, but the fact that the reaction was still as huge as it was, bro, I'm putting her right up there at that #1 spot for greatest women's return of all time. Because if you remember, AJ Lee was in a period to where social media was prominent and we still had some old heads watching wrestling. So AJ Lee was in that sweet spot to where old heads know her and now the new gen knows her as well. So AJ Lee is definitely one of the most inspirational figures in that women's division, and she definitely had the greatest return of all time. Women's return of all time, I might say. So I don't know what you guys' take is on this, but I want to see what you guys think in the comments down below. So make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.